Greetings, adventurers! Welcome back to the Mercenaries of Mischief. This is a very special episode, as it is our first officially sponsored episode. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. But just to dive... Totally forgot what I was going to say. Let's go to the show.
Malfunction.
Sorry, guys.
Hello.
Get some repairs on that guy.
Welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. Before we start our school day, there are a couple announcements.
Sorry, I'm totally unprepared for class. Hold on.
Thank you, class president.
I did not vote. There was no vote that was held.
Administration don't get to vote on class presidents. Come on. All right. So, announcements as follows. Number one, as Mr. Larch said in the preamble, this is our first sponsored episode from our good friends at Hero Forge, your source for incredibly customizable 3D printed miniatures made of your own design. Bring your own heroes to life at Hero Forge. We are also still collecting donations for our Gen Con run if you'd like to make any donations for that. And we still have our merch store up, and you can catch those links down there. It's a regular school week this week. We've got Mercenaries of Mischief today, Too Many Warlocks tomorrow. We'll be back in Poison Paradise on Tuesday, and Thursday is the epic conclusion of Unknightly Partners, which you're going to want to check out when that comes down. Now, I believe that's it for the announcements today. Larch, if you please. Just on the shores of the Desert River, just across the way from Golden Fields, there rests a lonely keep. Hello, and welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, as always, am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck. And I am joined today by these Mercenaries of Mischief, 4 individuals who are completely safe and not in any danger at all. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now then.
See, you saying that only makes me more suspicious.
I will now introduce them in no particular order. Mastodon! Lucas, the half-elf paladin. Annihilator of red half-dragons in his new woolly mammoth form. Also joining us today is creator of mammoths and treetop sniper, Liv Singer. Ominous voice changes in the middle of a crisis. We have Rolda.
There's nothing to worry about. It's fine.
It's probably nothing. I don't think it means anything at all, really.
It's okay. I do need a haircut, though, man. It's getting bad.
And the person whose stone cold commitment to her partner cannot be swayed despite my feeble attempts.
That was definitely a feeble attempt.
You better fucking not.
You better fucking not fuck with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see at the end of the episode.
All right. Well, that was good game. See you guys next week.
Vision said it best. Your strength invites challenge. Okay. Now then, when last we left our heroes, they had gone into the Forest of Worms, not knowing what they would find. And they met with Carmine Rubelis, the fiend responsible for the massacre at Boriskir Bridge. And they proceeded to kick his shit in so hard that he was just, it was bad. It was bad all over. He got destroyed. It wasn't a good day for the Black Skies Covenant. Afterward, they discovered some wounded green dragons that helped shed some light on the whole situation. And they also discovered a young girl by the name of Laurel, a small girl with blonde hair. And they sent her away to their inn in Subar, the Winding Way, where they're staying. And they parted ways with Tom Wellings and their other elven friend, Amara. And after gathering what information they could, doing CSI Forest Patrol, in asking the trees and the animals and everyone that they could for information about what went down before they arrived, they then saddled up their new Pegasi and went off back to the Winding Way Inn. It was late, and it was time to rest. Rolda wanted to find somebody to make her cloak, but it was late, and everybody had gone to rest, and they had agreed on some watch hours to make sure that this little girl is okay. Young Laurel. Now then, the DM is going to continue to hijack the scene. So, Gilbetta, where do you take your trance?
I hadn't really thought about it until you said that. Don't I have a room?
You do.
Oh. Then I guess there?
All right.
This feels like a trick question now. I don't know.
Look, it's fine. There's no wrong answers. This can only end in good things for you.
I imagine there's a room that's got like a window.
Oh yeah.
In my head, it like faces kind of where the moon is. And,
the Winding Way is actually built into the ruins of an old temple of Bane. So it has a lot of windows.
Yep.
So
there.
So there. Now,
no.
While you're trancing.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. While you're trancing, you hear a meow. Meow.
Okay.
And it kind of pulls you out of it. And a black cat with green eyes has shown up on your windowsill.
Speak with animals. It's just so now Gilbetta is meowing from outward perspective.
Yeah. Now you're meowing. All right.
And she just get
perfect timing.
That's amazing.
On cue.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't meow right now,
any other time.
Yeah. He heard you meowing, and and Gilbetta says, "What? Get down from there, shoo."
Okay, he jumps into your room.
No, the opposite. The window is not open. What?
You told me to get down.
What? Who are you?
Oh, I don't think I've been given a name.
What are you?
And his tail is up and he's just walking around your room.
The background. I'm sorry. The cat's in the background.
No, this is great. This set the scenes perfectly.
What the hell are you?
I'm a cat.
Where did you come from? Why are you here?
Outside the window.
I'm about to kill this cat.
You're so suspicious.
This is...
You made her paranoid. Fuck.
Oh yeah, no, look, this is fine. This is what I do. And the cat goes over to this cobblestone section of your room. That's clearly an old remnant of what this building used to be. And he paws at a few stones. And he says, I'm supposed to show you this.
Why?
Because I'm supposed to.
Who told you that you're supposed to?
Oh, a voice.
In your head?
Yes, it drew me here.
Do you know who the voice was?
No, I don't know. I've never heard it before.
Was it a man or a woman?
It sounded like a man. But like a cat.
Right, but don't all things sound like cats to you?
Maybe.
Is that how
Some
that
things
works?
sound like birds or food. Or sometimes birds that are food.
Okay.
Or people that bring food.
What's behind this? Are there like pebbles falling off of where?
Yeah, like he paws at it and there's like some loose stones there.
Am I able to pull the stones out?
Absolutely you can.
Okay. So I'll do that.
You start pulling out some of the stones, and eventually there is a sound of a mechanism releasing. And a section of your wall cracks open a bit.
Like a secret doorway?
Yeah.
Oh god. And Jobetta is now like, what? How do you know about this? Why were you told to show me that? What is happening?
He told me you would find it here if I showed you the way.
Did he sound
Now
menacing?
I'm going. What does a menacing person sound like?
Oh god.
He wasn't swinging a broom.
That. Okay, fair enough. Bye. And she like, bye now.
All right, and he jumps out the window and scurries away.
Jabetta closes and locks the window. Fuck.
You're fairly certain you did that before, but I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Things
yeah,
are weird.
almost like some omniscient being said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, right. That's weird.
So, oh god. All right. Do the room doors have locks and keys?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So, I am going to lock. I'm going to. Can I close this wall door? Or is
You
it
can try.
okay? Is it making any like? Is there like air whooshing out of it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little drafty.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jabota's gonna go out of her bedroom, lock the door. Whose room is the closest?
Whose room is the closest?
Of the party?
Of your guys's, I would say probably Rolda would be closest, because Lucas, I believe, agreed to wait out in the hall to keep watching this girl from the last episode. Isn't that correct?
I believe so, yeah. Okay.
Also,
so...
is this Coraline?
No, it's not Coraline. That's way too creepy. Come on, I can't even bring that, for kids. Okay, no.
So I go and like knock on Rolda's door.
Okay.
Rolda, and I like knock a little louder.
Yes.
I need help.
Oh no! Rolda springs out of bed and runs to the door.
Yeah, I thought that would. Yep. And she says, "I need your help. Don't ask questions right now."
Okay.
And
What are we doing?
She says, "Follow me." And Jabetta goes back to her room, and she says, "Now Lucas is watching Laurel, and Lilith is not a person that you want to wake up mid-sleep. So I'm not unsure how to proceed, but something weird just happened." And she unlocks the door and leads Rolda into the room.
Okay. And there's still some air blowing out of that door.
And Jabetta says, "So a cat came during my trance and showed me this door. I don't know." She said, or he said, that a voice in his head that kind of sounded like a man told him to show me this.
Did the cat go in?
No.
Okay, then there's probably not a lot of rats in there. Otherwise, the cat would have wanted to go in.
Fair. Normally I would want everyone to be here for this, but Lucas is kind of preoccupied, and again, I don't. Half sleep Lilith is not a Lilith that I can deal with right now.
That's okay. There's two of us. That's buddy system. We could do
Yeah.
buddy dungeon crawl.
And you're a cleric, so hopefully we should be able to stay alive.
Are you worried about being able to stay alive, Miss Gilberta?
I just don't know what's down there, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I
I'm
can
just
give you a death word if that's a concern.
not yet. It's okay. There may be nothing down there to fight, but I didn't want to go down there alone. So.
Oh no, that's dangerous. Let's go.
Okay, and I'm gonna listen at the door to see if I can hear anything.
It is deathly quiet down there.
Is it like stairs downward? What?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. She looks out the window, says a prayer to Selune. She's like, "Hey, I don't know what in the shit is about to go down, but I love you."
Oh, you got us. Everything's cool.
And
Roll
yeah, I
just
guess.
walks in.
Is there a torch? Is it lit?
It is not lit, and there are no places for torches.
All right. Well, we both have. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I guess it's
Very
just.
good.
It's just dark vision the way down, trying to not make excessive noise.
All right.
Okay, we'll be quiet.
So,
Just in case.
as you descend down these stairs into this place, whatever light that you have causes some glint on the walls, because there are depictions of a kind of painted handprint embellished with black sapphires showing up throughout.
I would like to see if
Dark
there's
Brotherhood.
any religious thing. Oh, do you know what this is, Miss Gilberta?
I could do a test to see if I.
There are
I'm going to
all
try religious.
kinds.
I do not know.
Wow.
Rhoda doesn't know.
Because I do not know.
don't know if religion's the best thing, or arcana, or history. God,
Well, this place is an old temple.
that's true. You're right. Of Bane. So that's a 16.
That's a 16 on your religion. Yeah, these are symbols of Bane.
Okay.
And in fact, the black sapphire is a favored mineral of Bane. It's generally used to show his approval.
And how? I'm sorry. Is everything down? Is this all dusty, or is this like?
Did we get a rest? Are we back up, or did we not get a rest yet?
Well, Javetta was partially through her trance, and you were partially through your sleep. So short rest.
Okay.
Now, as you descend, deeper and deeper into this, the darkness becomes oppressive. The illumination that you have from the lights that you have seems to dim the further and further you get down.
I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
And Gilbetta, make a wisdom save.
Oh, good. Perfect. I love this. Okay. It's a 16.
All right. You feel something tugging at your feelings.
Tugging at my feelings, like
your emotions and your memories.
Okay.
And it's like for a moment, you felt this like intense hatred wash over you, but you overcame it.
Okay. I'm real glad Lucas isn't here.
And truthfully,
hatred no matter what. It's just part
and
of
when that moment hit you, the first thing you thought about was when you were yelling at Lucas and how good it would have felt to bury your Moonstone Punisher in his skull.
I mean, yeah, but we already knew that. So
yeah, but it felt more real than it had ever felt before.
Okay.
But you overcame it very quickly.
Is this just, are we still going downstairs? Are we in a room? Like what?
We're still going down this stairway, and there's these carvings in the wall inlaid with these black sapphires, just showing more symbols of Bane as you get deeper and deeper in.
Joetta will stop and she'll say, Rhoda, did you feel that?
Did I feel anything?
No.
There's drafty in here.
No, there was I don't know if it's defense mechanisms of this, whatever this is, but something tugged at me. Would I be able to akin it to like when someone casts calm emotions on you and that kind of tug that you feel to like?
Similar, but whatever the reverse of calm emotions is.
Okay.
Stir emotions.
Yes.
And Gilbetta is wearing her mind control protection ring. Just want to throw that out there.
Absolutely.
We still don't know if those do anything.
I know. might be fakes at this point. But she says, no, it's kind of like, when you cast calm emotions and you pull someone's emotions in a certain direction, it was like that, but the opposite of calm.
Oh, do you want me to calm you down?
No. I'm wise as hell, so I was able to fight it off this time.
I agree.
Make another wisdom save.
Fucking Christ. Your scene's over.
You're done. Well, look, I'm glad you played your part, but we're good now. Still good. Still on top of it.
Do you think it's dangerous? Should we leave?
You should be ready with calm emotions.
You
Okay.
do know that Bane is a god of hatred.
Yes.
I can do that a couple more times.
I will also one. How long does? Oh no, it's okay. Never mind. Gilberta will also cast protection from good and evil on herself.
All right.
This is getting into some. I'm not liking this constantly being tugged my brain at.
It's not even. It doesn't feel like it's coming from your brain. It feels like it's coming from your heart.
And then, I guess we're just gonna keep going.
Maybe
All right.
you just need less salt in your diet.
Maybe, maybe.
And eventually, this long stairway ends, and there is a small rocky outcropping with a little box inside of it. And the box is decorated in this kind of, it almost looks like glitter in the small amount of light that you have. And it's kind of an orangey red.
Well, that's
And
definitely cursed.
The carvings and the reliefs seem to be showing disrespect to this box and this area.
What?
The
what-
carvings are showing disrespect.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yes. The carvings and the reliefs in the wall appear as like favored creatures of Bane. So you have some gnolls, you have some
Have
orcs.
the handprints changed from this to this?
No, not quite. But they're basically making rude gestures and pointing, and you've seen these kind of depictions before, like when there's something that is unholy, and everybody just kind of recoils from it and acts with like a bit of fear and disdain in the depictions. You're seeing that, but with all these creatures that are associated with Bane.
And is this all
looking at
still
this.
a like this is not a natural cave or something?
No, this has been carved out.
I wonder if it's maybe because Bane is kind of mean. That means that the thing in the box is nice.
Maybe.
Do I have any items that could? This is one thing. I don't have a random
I'm torn between.
scroll. Well, okay.
So would it be safe to say that at least Gilberta suspects that whatever this area around this box has been actually desecrated, or is it just?
Make a religion check. Use that godly knowledge.
Well, how about this? I can put a death ward on myself and then go try to open it. And if it tries to kill me, I'll be okay.
So the gems appear to be powdered carnelian. And
Okay.
powdered carnelian generally shows Bane's disapproval.
Okay. So Bane disapproves of this box.
Yes. That's what your religious knowledge tells you.
So it's a box of love. Got it.
This is a love box.
Yeah. I don't like to, get into the whole good gods and bad gods thing because they're all necessary. But Bane's kind of a dick. So if he doesn't like something, it might be good.
He very much is a dick. Do we want to try to open the box, or do we want to try to undesecrate this first?
Oh, I don't know that this place is desecrated. It's just blessed by someone we're not fond of.
True.
But I think that maybe, it's keeping anybody from grabbing it. So, I'm not sure. Maybe this isn't.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
Wait. What?
Let me phone a friend. And
okay.
Rhoda will just kind of like turn away. Kellenvor, I don't know if we should touch this, but Mistress Gelbetta thinks it's important, so he should probably do something. So yeah, any kind of tips you have on that would be helpful. And I'll just kind of like look at the holy symbol on my frock, because that's the closest thing I can think of that he might be able to touch. I don't know if he can touch anything inside of Temple of Bane. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't really his jurisdiction.
Yeah. I don't think Kellenvor can talk to me here. Well, like I said, I can death ward and try touching it.
Has anything pulled at me in a while?
No, nothing's pulled at you. Since you cast protection from good and evil.
Okay. Great.
I was just doing that for flavor. Shit.
Oh shit. Okay. Then I guess I'm going to do detect magic.
Okay.
So I can figure out what schools of magic are happening in here.
Right. So you cast detect magic. There are no schools of magic happening here, except for in the box, something is channeling divinity hard.
All right. So is the stuff that's disrespectful to this box, like you said, that Bane disapproves of, is it stuff that I can get rid of, or is it like...
Are the symbols on the box in any language?
There aren't any symbols on the box. The box itself is just covered with this rock shard glitter.
Is there any written text in any language near it indicating anything is going on?
Nothing.
And I will share with Rolda, the box is channeling divinity pretty furiously.
Well, that means it's either a very pious mimic, or there's something inside that wants out.
Yeah. So is the stuff on the wall that's disrespectful, this box stuff, I can like scrub off the wall, or is it?
Well, they're carvings. So...
Oh, okay.
So you have to carve it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up these carvings.
Okay.
Yeah, what do I got to fuck up some carvings?
As a first step, I'm gonna fuck up these carvings. Because Jobetta specifically, I should say, the reason Jobetta is thinking this way is because of that fucking temple with the fucking the bullshit that probably would have been way worse had we not reconsecrated the fucking shrines.
Yeah, episode 2?
Something
it
like
was
that.
early
Yeah,
on.
it was real early.
on.
Of Mercs of Mischief.
That was the Wailing
kind of hard to
Tomb.
watch.
Yeah, the Wailing. That's
Yeah.
it. That's where Kashano got that pan flute, and there was like a whole thing. Okay.
You got your hammer, maybe.
Yeah, like we got the
Lilith's
hammer, the
hiding
pan
'cause she's
flute.
next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's
yeah,
sleeping soundly, I'm sure. And
I'm
everything will be
carving up these symbols.
Okay. Give me some attacks with the Moonstone Hammer.
Oh, I haven't actually swung that in a while.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to swing. Swing away. Ooh.
Fuck those symbols.
You fuck these carvings right up.
I can try making some chips with my mace, I guess.
And as you swing at them, Rolda does some fucking up of carvings too.
There you go.
It's very satisfying to smash your hammer into these.
I bet.
And there's a little bit there's a mixture of pleasure in the destruction, but you're also not sure where it's coming from.
I kind of
Okay.
So
feel
it gives you a little bit of pause.
So if there's that same influence over Rolda, then all right, I'll go with it. But if not, I kind of feel like Rolda might, like when she makes the first chip in one of them, just feel really wrong about it, and then just kind of pretend to help.
It's not so much with Rolda, because Rolda isn't, and like Rolda doesn't carry hatred with her.
So yeah, no. So
So
so I think she starts, but then she's still like, I'm desecrating a temple, and like I've served an evil god before.
That's fine. Gilberto will do it all.
Yeah, you just
but
smash
she'll
it up.
still like, she doesn't want to disappoint Gilberto, so she'll still like.
She finds a corner and she's like ding 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 ding.
Gilberto, what you also notice is as your hammer strikes the walls of this place, the energy from your hammer is resonating with whatever's in that box.
Okay, so is everything desecrated? Is everything?
It's super desecrated.
It's fucked up now. All right. So I'm gonna go up to the box
Okay.
and reach out, not touch it yet, but I'm gonna reach out for it and see if
Alright.
anything happens. Like just put my hand over it in front of it and kind of see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
And then I'm like, Rolda, just in case, be ready. And like
Okay, I will stand to the side. I know how these things.
put my hand on the box.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Okay, and then I flip the latch and open it.
All right. Once you slide it open, resting inside is a brightly gleaming silver ring.
Do I feel anything coming off this thing?
You feel the moon's glow
Oh my god.
coming off of this ring.
Oh my god.
And in fact, the
Please
ring
don't be a trap.
is carved around the edges in a scripture of Selune.
What does it say?
What does it say?
What does it say?
It doesn't seem to make any sense the way it is. It seems to be just part of something. But something does stick out for you.
Okay.
At some point in it, it gives off the name of Shelmrun.
Shelmrun?
Yes.
Is that-
Shelmroun.
Does that ring any bells, Gilberto?
Give me that old religion check.
Not to me.
23.
I have very specific religious knowledge.
This is a legend.
This is proven true. That you
There's
have
a
very-
legend among Selunites that the spellbook of Selune, known as the Moon Web,
Uh-huh.
is actually broken up into 5 rings.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet.
And the name of one of the rings is Shelmrun.
Do I know which one? Because I imagine is it broken up into like category, like?
Or are they all just randomly?
There's no categories.
Okay, so
in fact, very little else is known about them. Just that only the most pious worshippers of Selune are capable of utilizing them. And in fact, absolutely nothing, or at worst, punishment awaits those who attempt to use these things that are not worshippers of Selune.
I really want to know if Rolda is somehow exempted.
It's like you put it on. It's like, oh, you worship Selune now. Like, Gilberta says, "Oh, this is a ring of Selunes, I think."
Ooh, neat.
And she tells Rolda the legend of the 5 rings to rule them. I mean, what? Of the 5 rings.
Will you be able to control moons and like throw them at people?
I don't know. But Giletta says, I'm not going to put it on right now, but is the box, I mean, it's just a lightweight box.
No, the box is carved into the stone.
Okay. So I'm going to take the ring.
Okay.
Does anything happen when I just touch it?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
So I'm going to take the ring. Is there anything else down here?
No, that's it. That's where this hallway ends.
What the okay. So yeah, I'm going to take the ring and go back up to my room.
We should put something back in it. And Rolda will take the it's in my inventory, so somehow I'd say she still has it from thieving bastards. The moose head, but now it's been reduced down for portability. And she's gonna put it back in the box and close
it. Somebody's gonna have a great time.
Oh my god!
All right, so that happens.
Yep.
And
so I go back up to my room and talk to Selune about this. Is my plan, but you go ahead.
Okay, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Another part of the legend that you remember is that there was a temple of Selune on the peninsula of Chult near the mainland.
Yeah.
It was nestled into the mountains and hill, and the monks of that temple had acquired 2 of these rings and kept them together in the same spot. However, beings from the Underdark besieged the temple on multiple occasions until the rings were stolen and then lost. And only then did Selune appear and let the monks know that these rings were always intended to be dispersed throughout the world as the adventuring winds take them.
Okay. So don't look for the other ones.
Don't keep them in. Basically, the lesson there is to not keep these things in one place for too long.
Oh my god, Sharp's gonna lose her. That's all Joetta can think about right now is like Sharp's gonna lose her mind when I tell her this.
It's like the rocks from Temple of Doom.
Have you planned for wedding rings yet?
We have. I don't know. I don't know what stage of the wedding planning we're at.
Meanwhile,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Lilith Singer, as you sleep in your bed, because of the day that you've had, the nightmares come again. You're young, and the chains are back on. And you're being led by him back to your room. The beatings were worse this time. But they're always pretty bad. He's upset with you. You're not sure what exactly it was that displeased him, but it's always something. And he throws you into the room. And he says, just absolutely worthless. I don't know why I even keep you around. And you remember this moment as he tosses a blade out into the floor. And then I want you to make a wisdom save for me.
Next time when we do a wisdom save, they never work out well. No. Can it be charisma?
No, you gotta. This is a.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh!
You're fine.
You rocked it.
Oh!
So for a moment, something tugs at you, and you awaken with a start in your bed. And the first thing that you notice is that all of your bedding is singed in a silhouette around you. Like you've burned your shape into your bed in this room.
We're gonna have to pay for damages.
Whoopsie.
And your back is itchy. Right along the shoulders.
I'll put my hand where it's itchy.
You can feel them growing in again.
Is there like a mirror or something where we're staying at?
Absolutely, there's a mirror on the dresser.
I go and I take off my my little cape, and I have like this on the back of my dress. It's like a V cut down,
Mm-hmm.
and I pull like this thing down so I can see more clearly.
And under the scars, you can see they're starting to grow back in.
His dog. I'm curious if you can respond or hear me.
Nothing yet.
Piss dog.
And then, emerging from a puff of flame. Oh, wow, you've got some... Oh, the Dark God is here.
Help me understand what's going on.
Okay. Are you all right? What's happening?
I look at my bed.
Oh, had a little nightmare, did you?
And then I turn around to show him my back that's covered in tattoos and scars.
Oh, okay. Your wings are coming back. I'm sorry, how do we feel about that?
She doesn't know what to say.
It's okay. Okay, so like your abilities are linked to your emotions, and that tether can be tugged both ways. They can be tugged to negative emotions, or they can be tugged to positive emotions. If I had to guess, I would say that being tugged towards negative emotions accentuates your more infernal features.
She goes and hugs herself and tries to make herself a little smaller.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? I'm just trying to help. I didn't. This is weird. I'm not used to. I mean, I'm used to sadness. Oh, please, no, stop. Why is this happening? But not like this. And he, without any knowledge on what to do, he comes over and gives you like an awkward sibling hug. And he goes, "This is affection? There."
Lilith, I guess, like in that hug, whatever, just like nods her head in silence. It's just like
it's okay. The god of hatred, you're in his house. I think somebody stirred him up. That's what I'm getting a lot of notes of him here. So he's gonna go and he's gonna tug at your hatred spots.
how do I make it stop?
Well, from the looks of it, you did. I mean, if he had really gotten a hold of you, you'd have burned the whole place down.
What if hi.
So, hey, you and he kind of looks around. You beat the Black God.
So
But like, don't say it out loud. The Lord of Darkness he's not great.
we have to get out of here. Is this going to continue growing?
It's hard to say. It depends on how many people have hearts full of hatred around here.
Lilith goes back to the mirror and she wants to double check something.
Okay.
And she wants to look at her teeth and her hands and see if there's been any other additional changes she was not aware of.
Nothing else. Right now it's just the wings because you got that incredible roll.
All right.
This could have been way worse.
It could have been. Thank you for calling when I called. Thank you for coming when I called.
No problem. I was investigating some things. Anyways, I met with your warlock friends. They seem quite nice.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's going on their end? Are they...
Oh, they were
okay?
They were looking for a gentleman. I'd never heard of him, but they were checking around some temples in Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate?
Yes, I think you'd quite like it. It's actually they operate very similarly to your home.
Where is it?
Oh, it's not far from here. You're actually pretty close. Like I said, I was in the neighborhood.
Thank you. It's good to hear. See how our old teammate's doing, Radan.
He seems doing all right. was a little upset that he didn't find what he was looking for in there. It was all very strange to me. All this emotion stuff's pretty new.
Quite all right. It's the emotions. Sometimes they can hinder your decisions and whatnot.
Yeah, I've been noticing that too. But, I mean, maybe it's not always a bad thing. I think it depends on how you use it.
That's true. I guess Lilith is just going to go and sit down and gestures. Do you mind just sticking around for a while?
I don't mind at all.
And if he sits down next to her, she's just going to kind of lean on him.
All right. He sits down next to you. All right.
That's it.
Lucas!
The moment we've all been waiting for.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
This is a difficult thing because he tugs on the emotions of hatred. He's already sitting, stewing in hatred.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This is why I was actually asking if we had a full rest, because if we have to kill Lucas now, it'd be easier after.
Yeah. Although Lucas, I think a lot of the hate's directed towards himself, so he
It
might
is.
just kill himself.
That's the thing. I don't want to roll up a new character yet.
It's self-hate, and he is currently a free agent in the Gods Department. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like
It's
somebody
hated to
walks
himself,
into
hates
the
the
office
gods.
and it's like,
So,
this
yeah.
is a prime candidate.
Yeah.
We feel like there's a lot of brand synergy here.
Yeah,
Would
this
you
is
be
a prime
interested
candidate for like
in
Death
sort of
Knight
a
or,
spokesman
like-
position.
Yeah, right.
We'd
Really,
like
you
to
just
sponsor
on
you
brand.
going forward.
So, Lucas,
Goddamn.
you are guarding the door in front of this girl's room.
Yeah.
And you saw the activity where Gilbetta gets up, she gathers up Rolda, she goes back into her room. And there's a bit of a draft. This wind kind of blows through the hallway. I need you to make a wisdom save.
I mean, thank
Yeah, I
God
was
I have
just-
pluses in that.
I was just thinking if Lucas was out in the hallway, Gilbetta was, can I make an intelligence check, and you can decide the DC to see if Rolda would have been smart enough to put it together, like, somebody's got to keep an eye on Lucas.
Right now.
Oh, no.
Save.
So you garbled up on us. What was that?
Make your intelligence save right after Lucas makes his wisdom save.
Okay.
All right. Not great. Not great.
Oh boy.
Not worse. Much worse.
I'm sure everything's fine. We found a wonderful new artifact. Things are looking up. Going back to bed.
I imagine
All
this is happening too while we're still going down. Like
Yeah,
not,
this is while you guys are like way off in secret tunnel through the mountain. Like, Okay, so Lucas, are you just kind of like sitting leaned up against the door?
That's exactly what's happening.
All right. Your discipline slips for a moment. It's been a long day. It's been a longer couple of days. And you hear armored footsteps on the wooden boards of this inn. And Lucas walks up to you. The old Lucas. General Lucas. Look at you now.
You're supposed to frighten me.
No. I'm supposed to remind you of what we were when we had real power.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. I don't intend to forget.
Wasn't it easier then? Weren't you stronger? Do you think if you still had the power of a truly strong oath behind you, that half-dragon would have been able to withstand a single touch from you?
That was the old me. You. I don't want that kind of power. I don't trust the strings attached to it.
Those strings are attached to things that are already inside you. You know it. You've thought about the things that you used to do. The easy answer comes in a river of blood. You know that better than anyone.
The easy answer comes with my head on a stick.
Long-term problems. We're in a new temple. This new master would be very lucrative for us.
He'd be worse than the last.
But we would be stronger.
How?
In every way.
No. We'd lose it where it counts. Strength isn't defined by brute force. It took us a while to learn that. He stands up to look this Lucas directly in the eyes. I know you're lacking. You just don't know it yet.
And the image fades away. And you awaken. And you notice you nodded off for just a moment.
Damn it.
Now, does anybody else want to do anything else with the night?
Jubetta would when me and Rolda come up, I have Rolda help me close this door and like put the wall back.
Put the wall back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, get our damage deposit back.
Yeah. Lilith, I don't know it yet, but Lilith has already fucked us on the deposit. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put the wall back, and
yeah, I don't think there's anything special I can do to protect this area right now. So, yep, I will just help put the wall back.
Yep.
Do you need anything else, Mistress Jobetta? I'm very sleepy.
That's fine. I think I'll. What time is it at this point? Like,
it's getting close to morning. You think you could probably slip in a hour trance?
okay.
Am I gonna be able to get in a full rest here?
Yeah, if you sleep in.
Yeah, I think I'll sleep in. It's been a big couple of days.
Yeah, that's fine, Rolda. I'm gonna
I have to make sure that I'm prepared to calm everybody down if they start
yes.
fighting.
Yes. I'm going to check on some things and then find somewhere to trance to finish out my trance.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
And I guess I'll just go back to whatever room I was staying in.
All right.
And yeah, Gilbetta cannot. She can't stay in this room.
Okay.
Kind of knowing
Knowing
what
that
lies
there's a
behind the wall.
Temple of Bane in here, and some of the evil is still very much active.
Yeah. So I guess I will go. I get the only place I can think of, like probably the safest place would be to the stables where our Pegasi are.
All right.
Oh, if you don't mind, the second you leave your room, Lucas, likely having put together some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is just going to hand you his key. I'm not using that room anyways.
She says, I appreciate it, but I can't be in this building right now.
Fair.
And then Gilbetta puts it together. And she says, oh, that... did you get... Was there any kind of weird hatred thing happening?
I don't think he can really add to my hatred. But he tried.
Okay. Good. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, God. And she without a word, she runs and bangs on Lola's door.
Boom, 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 boom.
She's just...
Ah!
Who is it?
It's me.
His dog turns invisible.
Love to get up and let him do what's comfortable for him and just go to open the door.
Can I come in for a minute?
Yeah, yes. I open the door even wider and move aside so she can get in. And then I close the door when she enters. This place is...
Joanna says, well, so I imagine he kind of got to you?
Yeah. Did he get to you?
He tried twice. But I fought him off. When you've been alive for 300 years, you get good at stamping out the hatred.
So you didn't have a nightmare like you did at the Mist?
Well, I was awake. So, long story short, in my room, there was a hidden stairwell behind the wall that led down to a temple to Bane. Found a Salune ring there. I'm going to ask her about it before I just put it on. But,
You don't think it was there for a reason?
well, it was... I think that it had been stowed there. And I tell her the Legend of the Rings and, like, the ones in Cholt that they tried to keep together and kind of all that. And I say it was kind of desecrated. And I pulled it out of there. Rolda replaced it with a very interesting counter offer. So, it seems fine.
You don't find it to be a coincidence to have that ring and then the god of hate.
Oh, that was
Doing these
before
things.
when the door was opened.
Oh no, I was corrupted before that.
Yeah, no, that was. She says no, and like pretty much as soon as we descended down Rolda and I descended down the stairs, he started trying to fuck with my mind.
Like he didn't want you to have it, maybe.
Right, because he's a dick. And it's not his to determine who has anyway, so.
So that ring wasn't to ward off the god of hate.
It's a spell book split into 5.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna ask. I don't know. I haven't talked to Saluna yet.
I haven't talked to my god and talked to her about it, but it's
I was heading out to the stables because I can't sleep in that room now, obviously. So I was heading out to the stables.
Neither can I, and I look towards my bed.
Yeah, because I was gonna kind of sleep under the stars near the Pegasi. And I ran into Lucas. He had a little bit of a hatred thing that happened. Also, and then I figured I would come check on you. Rolda seems fine in the hate department. So
Nice. What about Laurel?
I don't know. Lucas didn't mention having heard anything from her room.
I think we should check on her to see if she had a nightmare too.
I think anyone like barred her window or
She's escaped into the night and now she'll kill again. That's
pretty much. Yeah, that's fine. I need to finish my trance.
How much hours does Lilith get? I'm guessing 5 hours. Not
Yeah.
longer either. Coffee day. It's another coffee day. Okay.
Because I had to cast some spells down there in the pits, so I don't know how many more I can cast. If I
think I might be almost tapped out.
I think I need a couple more spells I can cast.
Do what you must. I'm gonna go see if it affected Laurel. And I look back to where his dog's invisible form is, and I head out. If he's still there, cool. If not, I guess I'll find out when I get back after visiting Laurel.
But it just sees Lilith look into like a random spot in the room, and she's like, "Interesting."
You don't see the burnt bed?
No, I see that.
Okay.
I already mentioned the deposit.
Yeah.
We
already talked about this room deposit.
Whoops. My fault.
It's fine. I mean, hey, it's fine. It happens.
After everyone leaves the room, Piz Dog will attempt a mending on the bed, and he will
Aww.
use his back door out.
He's come so far.
And in the end, it doesn't even matter.
You cannot bring Lincoln Park into this.
You can bring Lincoln Park into anything.
I mean,
But if you're going to, you need to give me some advance notice so I can learn how to play it on the Zephyr.
Well, I didn't know she was going to say that.
All right.
Okay.
well, I feel like we've tried so hard. It just doesn't matter.
Joy.
So,
Jobetta just goes
you're going to the stables?
Yep. And I'm going to try to have a little chat with Salune, but we can do that later.
All right, we're going to do Laurel first. Lilith, you're going to go check on Laurel.
Yeah, because she had a pretty traumatizing event, so I'm pretty sure she's easy picking.
Okay. All right.
Depends on how that enchantment works that's on her.
Yep.
So, Lucas, are you still in front of the door?
I'm still in front of the door. So
All right,
now I'm standing at this point.
You are approached by Lilith.
Going in?
Yeah, I want to check on her.
You look... What's the nice way of saying tired?
Tired.
Cool. He just hands you a small flask of something. This'll pick you up.
What is it?
It's a concoction that I was given during my 12-day siege of Steelfall.
It's bad.
It'll perk you up a bit.
That's usually what you give soldiers in a 12-day siege. Some kind of meth. Or cocaine.
It can't always be meth.
It's like a magical cocaine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Adderall.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I wonder how this is gonna sit when I drink it later. I say thank you and I accept it. And
Anyways, let's go in.
before going in, I turn and look at Lucas and be like, Did you experience any bad nightmares?
I talked to me, the old me. It's another god trying to make a pact.
Lucas, I'll ask later, and we'll go in.
All right. So inside,
It's an
Laurel
empty room.
is Laurel asleep peacefully in her bed. And in fact, now that you see her without these heavy cloaks and everything that she had on her when you originally met her, you think she might be actually a halfling.
I step closer to do further investigation.
Because now she appears a bit older than she did when you initially met her.
I was gonna say as opposed to a child.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I inspect. I look at her, see. Should I do like investigation or something, or it's just
Absolutely.
Hinky. All I'm saying.
-1 investigation? Good God. I'm startled still.
Okay.
She is
I guess
alive.
I'm still in
Yeah.
shock.
She is still
Alive.
she is alive, and you're pretty sure she might be a halfling now. At least you're pretty sure she might be a halfling, and maybe she's actually like more of a teenager.
You can say that Lilith never met a changeling then. She's not sure.
It's just that's what you get off of her, and she's just sleeping soundly. It seems that she was quite exhausted. Her cloaks and everything are kind of laying in a pile to the side. Do you want to inspect the clothes or anything? Or
Yeah. Investigation or perception? What am I doing with that one?
investigate. Let's see if you get a better number.
I wish she was awake so I can do sleight of hand instead. Okay. I'm not an investigator.
She just like picks him up and
Yeah, these are close. You pick it up and you rifle through it, and other than being like really dirty and worn around the bottom, you do notice, number one, the clothes already give you an impression that she's been wearing them for quite some time.
Something Lila's familiar with.
Yeah.
Okay.
The moment you touch it, it's like, right? And you're just from handling it, your finger pops through some cuts in the clothing. and then you just kind of put it aside.
So nothing in the pockets.
Nothing. There's not even any pockets on
There's
this
no-
thing.
There's no pockets.
Yeah.
Um,
It's almost like a ceremonial robe. It's just loose and thin.
I'll turn to Lucas and just be like, what can you tell from this? Looking at both the clothing and at the new form that's on the bed, I'm hoping you can roll a higher investigation me.
I'll roll an investigation. But before I do that, Lucas just kind of looks at the clothes and the fact you were able to put your finger through some of the smaller cuts. Probably that we need to... Investigation or perception?
Investigation, please.
Yep. Nope.
Whew.
You have -1 too. Oh
I'm pretty sure I just went blind.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't know, man. Looks like a room to me.
no.
I'm just gonna say it looks like we need to go shopping.
I'll loan her some of my outfits.
Or that.
Well, we'll still get her something that she wants. So, I like that idea. It'd be a good way to get her mind off what happened earlier.
I like the idea of figuring out why she's fucking evil, personally. But
Yeah.
We can do that during the shopping.
I want to know why she's a villain.
It's interrogation techniques. You make them drop their guard. They're more likely to give you the information you need.
He gets
And
it.
Villain.
again, depending on the enchantment.
Okay.
Talking bit I can handle. Investigation, I'm not. It's just -1. Me and Lucas are not investigators, man. All right.
You detective
Do
roll.
you see?
You need
Okay.
detective roll to-
Besides the clothing, can you see anything that's on her body, like scar marks,
Just the scars from the
tattoos?
just from the scars from the chains on her legs. Other than that, like without like yanking the covers off of her, you don't see much else.
If she looks dirty, prestigiate her clean.
Okay.
And same thing with the clothing.
All right.
And
what time is it?
It's getting close to morning now. We'll say it's probably around. I would say it's probably about 4 a.m.
that's
Yeah.
close to morning. Oof.
Shops still won't be open for like 4 hours.
Yeah. I was like imagining this was like 6 a.m. Okay. Yeah, no, we still got time to do more sleep then and catch everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how Lilith's going to go to sleep though. I don't have any of us that are going to fall asleep after that though.
Cut to
Roll to
save.
just
I'll be the only one that's refreshed.
but it's fine too. I
That's
didn't-
true. You only need 4 hours, don't you?
I fought it off.
That's true. Okay.
Lilith, do you want to stay here? I'm gonna get her breakfast started.
I don't think anyone's open at this hour, Lucas.
You mean the bar is closed?
I need to sleep.
most bars close for a few hours.
A few hours.
Clean up at least.
Yeah,
It's still early.
we'll check later then.
All right.
I guess after looking at the new form that's on the bed, I kind of don't want to leave her side, so I'll probably stay there because I don't want to go back to my room either.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll stop by and look to see if his dog is there, and if I notice he's not there, I'll turn back and go back to the other room.
By the time you go looking for him again, he is poofed out back through his 9 hells back doors.
And then I guess I can see the mending that he's done on the bed.
Yeah.
I'll go there, slide my hand around the blanket, smile, and then I will just kind of get my disguise kit and kind of get, I guess when I go back to the room, just kind of see what what outfits would fit her. Kind of get that
All right.
stuff prepared. Just kind of, I'm not going to be able to sleep, I guess. I'm just kind of like doing things just to kind of get my mind off and stay busy mentally.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'll stay with Lilith and Laurel,
Okay.
and just
Then-
very awkwardly let her know that if she wants to talk, I have ears.
I look at Lucas as I'm doing things,
Right there.
and I guess folding clothes and laying them out on a table for Laurel to grab, and just turn to him and be like, earlier, before we fought the half dragon, I asked you a question, and I said, "Are you ready to have revenge?" Somewhere along those lines, and you said you didn't care as long as you got your axe. Lucas, now instead of just like facing the wall, I turn around and look at him. What exactly do you care about?
I care about the people back home. I know they're suffering. And I don't know how to help them. I care about my brothers and sisters, even the one that pushed me down the stairs. A little less for him, but everyone else.
Well, it gives you that look of, I don't get it. But continue.
I know that they're probably a little worried.
You weren't angry or wanted to set things right for the people that died in that village we were in? You didn't care about that?
I did. But I also know killing the ones responsible don't make the ones that are gone come back. I know it's not easy, and they might get some modicum of pleasure or satisfaction knowing he's gone. But that doesn't fix anything. Killing him doesn't fix anything for me. Vengeance is... We talked about justice, about ending him for justice. I don't really see it that way. At that point, I think everyone was just fueled by vengeance. Justice means the best for everyone. Vengeance is just a self-serving concept.
Could it be both? Could it be both?
It depends on what you're thinking when it's happening.
That he doesn't start that again if it was so easily done.
I think we took a player off the board that we needed to take off. But I know that there are more than just him. And even if their leader, whose name I'm not great with, I'll get it later. I know even if he disapproved of everything Carmine did, that he's still fostering an organization where people like that can thrive. And that's not okay. I know that we should take him in. I know we should try to change him. And if we can't, then he's chosen his own fate.
Lilith looks at you very differently. If I could explain it, I guess in a more surprised and positive manner with the things that you said.
Lilith will remember this.
Basically, if you want to, yeah, Lilith will definitely remember this for sure. I'm actually quite shocked with the things that you said. It's just like, this is juicy stuff. Anyways.
All right. Well, we'll leave you guys with Laurel.
Mm-hmm.
And Gebetta's having a god chat.
Uh-huh. By the stables.
Yes.
I probably like swing by Spearhead and give him a salute or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would.
He horse salutes back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I give him like a treat, but a salute
no,
is
he's
probably
not into that.
more. Yeah.
The salute means more to him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do that, and then I just kind of go. I find somewhere near the stables, somewhere that Spearhead can see me. So but somewhere that I can see the moon, and that's kind of like to the side of a building or something, and I just kind of sit cross-legged. And I kind of pull the ring out and hold it in my hand, and I'm like, is this real? Is this some kind of, I know the legends, but
Oh, that's real.
am I supposed to wear this? It seemed premature to just put it on my finger.
You can wear it if you want. But know this. These rings spell death for everyone except my most devout followers.
Okay.
So if you are wearing them, my enemies will seek to break your faith.
Okay.
You must be ready for them.
I mean, doesn't that come with having it anyway, or just worshiping anyway?
It kind of marks you as a high value target.
What is this a thing? What does this one do? Like,
I can't tell you.
does it do multiple things, or is it like a one? Like, is it
It does cool stuff if you're a devout follower of Salune.
okay?
So if you wear the ring and worship me, then some cool stuff will happen. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Okay.
I made the rules. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. All right.
I mean, that's fair. I
can't just give you special treatment, and then all the other clerics are going to be praying to me. Like, why did Gebetta get this? Why did Gebetta get the secret of the rings?
Because a cat came into my window.
Yeah, that was Bane's cat, by the way.
Oh, good. I figured. I didn't really like the vibe of that cat.
No, he was not. Bane believes he can reduce your faith and that the rings will destroy you.
I mean, he can fuck right off.
Look, I love your confidence, and I hope that you're right.
And she kind of says, I mean, Cyric, I was with Cyric, and Cyric tried.
Yeah, that's true. Bane doesn't like Cyric either.
I mean, nobody likes Cyric. The guy's a fucking douche.
It's true. That's why he's in jail.
But so is Bane. So
yeah.
And she's like, I mean, Cyric tried, and I have a stronger support system now than I ever had.
Well,
so
with this ring in hand, Your road ahead will not be easy.
The road behind hasn't been easy.
True. But you have faith. So I trust you'll find a way through.
Indeed. It's gonna, I don't know. I might wait till after I meet with my sister.
Yeah. My sister has also been upset as of late. Hopefully you can find something out.
I wonder if that has anything to do with why she wants to meet with me.
Perhaps.
I have one of the bright sides of the time I spent with the quick and sharp and then spending time with all the others is that I'm able to put aside previous feelings I held and see this through. 6 months ago, I would have not met with her at all, but
I hope you can find out more. And I'm proud of you for your progression. Good work.
Thanks. I really have been working on it.
Look, I mean, you know, progress is great.
It is.
Before I let you go, keep an eye on your kobold friend.
Yeah, do you know what that was?
No. But keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that was odd.
Because
apparently that's happened before.
Yeah. Find out what you can. Maybe keep a little eyeball on it. And yeah, keep up the good work.
Okay.
Way to go, champ. You got this.
I'm gonna mic drop. And Jobetta just kind of she looks at the ring and for now she tucks it safely back into her pocket. I feel like the best place isn't in a Bane Cyric haven, basically.
Probably not.
Yeah. So then I'm just gonna I'll finish my trance and then I'm going to as soon as a shop is open, I'm going to either a magic item shop or potion alchemy shop or something.
They don't have those here. This place is basically a town that's operational half of the year.
Okay, so there's no magic items anywhere?
Not at this place. This place is not a place where people stay and live year round. It's an in and out kind of place. So you might have to go to another town.
Would it be fair to say it's kind of like the base camp at Everest?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Like,
I mean, it's
relatively
basically
permanent, but it's really only there for a few months a year.
It's basically 2 hunting lodges and a collection of necessity buildings that are open half of the year.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Rolda,
Yes.
do you go back to sleep?
Oh yes, I went back to sleep when I got to my room, and I'm going to sleep until I feel well rested, unless somebody wakes me up.
All right. So as Rolda sleeps in her bed, sounds, voices that Rolda has heard throughout her life of various deities and forms echo in the room.
Hello?
Oh, you don't hear it. You're fast asleep. This is cutscene time.
This is not in the head. Got it.
No, this is in your head. This is just happening in your room.
Awesome.
And eventually it is revealed that a figure that appears as a silhouette, whose internal structure seems to be made out of basically a small universe, like a field of stars. And all these different voices are coming from this one place. And that's where we're going to pause today and take a little break.
What the fuck?
For anyone who's wondering at home, I don't know what Rolda's deal is either. I've kind of got my own headcanon for it, but I don't want to discuss it with Puck because it's more interesting to find out this way.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, me too. Intrigued. I thought you were gonna be giving Rolda like a nightmare.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought
This is
too.
new. I bet she's never had a nightmare before.
Well, no, it is.
As far as
like,
she knows, a nightmare is like Lady Bella.
Where you guys are, like there needs to be those negative emotion loops that you have in your heart. And I thought about it long and hard. Rolda just doesn't have them. Like there's nothing for it to hook into.
Bane is somewhere like, what? Why can't I? What? Hold on.
There's nothing to grab on this one.
Damn it.
It's like
Good and evil, or like bad. These are things that don't really stick with her. She's got like mean and nice. That's really.
I've never met a creature that had no hatred inside of it. This is weird.
Have we talked about Baba Yaga though? Does Rolda hate Baba Yaga, or does she just kind of?
She had. I made a promise to avenge a death. You gotta keep promises.
Yep. That's Rolda.
Anyways, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Stay tuned for these fun videos. Not that button, this button. Welcome back, adventurers. Totally the wrong person here, but you know.
Lenny, get out of here. It's not Monday.
I'm sorry. I've just got to jump on. I'm very excited for tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I also give another shout out to our sponsors, Hero Forge. You know, you can create all kinds of unholy beings if you try hard enough, but it takes a lot less effort to go right over to Hero Forge and put all sorts of parts together, similar to you might do if you got a job at Spice Labs, who, by the way, is hiring at the moment. But they're not a sponsor, so we won't go too deep into it. Anyways, let's get back to the show. That was weird.
I mean, are we back? We're good?
Yeah,
that was
okay.
bizarre. I don't know what
Larch
Lenny's
okay?
doing here.
Like,
I feel like he's just bleeding oil in the back.
Yeah.
I haven't been in touch. I thought they were friends, so I don't know why there'd be an issue there. Maybe he's just filling in.
They're definitely pals. I'll ask Scott about it later. Okay. You probably got the inside track. When last we left our heroes, maybe we fiddled with the Temple of Bane a little bit. Got a cool ring. Bane tried to pull on everybody's hatred strings a little bit. Lilith is growing some wings, so that's new. That's cool. And Jabetta had a talk with Salune, and Rolda's sleeping peacefully in her bed. And
yep.
There's nothing unusual about that. That's normal. Yeah, everything's cool. So, morning comes.
Uh-huh.
And those of us who have rested are rested, and the rest of you guys have a partial rest. And in the inn, they're cooking up two things for breakfast. One is Gerdats. Gerdats is a dish made with fried mushrooms, melted cheese, and then some spiced peppers.
This is regional cuisine.
Yeah. And there's also crumble cake. Crumble cake is a mixture of various grains along with onions. It's kind of a savory, kind of fall apart staple food.
Rolo would probably be getting up a little late because it was late night, but hopefully in time for some breakfast before going to find a cloak maker.
Absolutely.
I think Rolda and everyone should go clothes shopping together.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'll wait to see if people are out, but I think some of them might already left. I'll if they don't come down to breakfast though, I'll check on doors.
Laurel comes down for breakfast, and she eagerly eats what anybody gives her.
Oh, if
Hello,
Laurel's
Miss, are you-
awake,
Are
then
you
we're
feeling
with her.
better today?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, she wakes up in her room. And what did you end up making for her for clothes?
You said that she took the shape of a halfling right now?
Well, yeah, she's the same shape. It's just you couldn't tell the difference between a child and a halfling in the forest.
Yeah. Oh.
Same
There's always
person.
been a half.
Which isn't uncommon, but
All right, then I'll take like what appears like is it called a tunic where it's like a really long shirt?
yeah.
Okay, so she'll have that, and I'll get one of my ribbons to tie around her waist so it's not like super baggy on her,
All right.
and give her like a sweater to put over it too, and I'll put her hair up in a ponytail.
Okay. She's very happy for it. She thanks you very much.
Cool. We're at the dining area right now.
Well, you're up in her room when you're dressing her up, and then she.
I've
Okay.
politely left the room while you were doing this.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Lucas. Is everything okay? You were
Yeah.
sleeping in the hall.
For like 2 minutes. It's fine.
Okay. The breakfast is very good here.
Yeah. What do you want to get?
All right, yeah, some of this bread, that's very good. And then this thing has mushrooms. And I don't usually like mushrooms, but it's got cheese on it. It's very delicious.
Nice.
Alright.
Should we get a table so we can all sit down?
Oh, I imagine I'm already sitting and eating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll just plop down somewhere.
Yeah.
All
Somebody
right.
comes and
Get
tries to save the table. I'm sorry, I have to save this seat for my friends. She's taken, I'm sorry.
She's taken. Don't sit here.
I'll be your friend, though. You can grab another chair.
You can sit here, just bring your own chair.
Eventually, Lilith comes down with Laurel in her new outfit. And Laurel doesn't know what to get. She's still kind of shy about everything.
Hi, miss. Are you feeling better?
Bit better that I'm out of the forest. And I don't have those chains on me anymore.
Are you hungry? There's this thing with mushrooms. It's very good.
Very hungry.
I want to insight to see if she's looking at a particular plate. If she's not saying anything. 11. Or is it perception, actually? My bad.
She has her eye on the Gurdats.
Okay, cool.
I order a plate of Gurdats, a crumble
All right.
cake, and then I look at Lilith and ask her what she wants.
2 Gurdets, please. And I look at
another
her.
plate of Gurdats.
All right.
So I'm kind of ordering for Laurel. And I'm looking at her
that-
like,
I thought that I was trying to
Oh,
do
you
that.
you did. Oh, okay.
Everybody's ordering for Laurel. She gets 4 plates of Gurdats.
Yeah.
He's
Let's
trying to
do
be
it!
chivalrous. He's a knight and shit.
Yeah.
Was a night.
That's funny. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. It's simple water Davian cheese that they're using for it, but it's still pretty good. All right.
And what kind of
Jobara-
juice do you have?
Oh.
Juice. Unfermented helm thorn bush juice.
Cool. 4 of those.
Okay.
5.
All right.
Jobara kind of, she says, I'm feeling a taste of home today, and she pulls out a stew bun and munches on the stew bun.
All right.
Can I heat that with my spell?
Do a
Make it nice and
prestidigitation.
warm for you? Yeah.
It is already.
Yeah,
Oh, they stay warm?
cookies stew buns stay warm inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning something. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got skills.
Yeah. Oh God, Sean.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I vanished into.
Oh no.
Willow needs to learn those recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie
Yeah,
needs
they
to
Learn
get
the
those,
internally warm cookie recipe.
Yeah.
Would not
Huck
be
is like
lovely.
permanently out of focus over there.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
A lot bad focus, baby.
Yeah. Right. All right.
But yeah, I kind of am like I'm feeling a taste of home, and I eat the stew bun.
All right.
And I, when I kind of like spill a little bit on myself, and I'm like, oh goodness, excuse me, and I need to check. I need to go to my room and clean this up. I go upstairs and I search Laurel's room.
All right. Give me an investigate check.
Come on, Jabetta.
19.
Yes.
19. All right. Her clothes show signs of a few near misses.
Am I able to tell by what? Like by dragons or?
By blades.
Okay.
By blades or arrows or something. There's cuts in them. And some of the
Okay.
cuts, the frayed edges of them are stained a little bit with blood. Other than that, her clothes are dirty. They've clearly been worn for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only thing she had on her.
Okay. Near misses. The blood stains on them. How is the best way to ask this question? I don't recall her saying she was injured.
It's pretty dry. Do you imagine it was from
Okay.
a while ago?
A while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe what you're getting at is, are the blood stains congruent with her injuries or with
Yeah.
someone else?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to suss out.
You didn't get a good look at her all over to see if she had any corresponding scars.
Okay.
So,
That was supposed to be Lilith to do that, but
Yeah, I didn't get to ask. Being in the changing room, like changing her, I would see stuff, wouldn't I?
roll a retroactive perception check and see what you noticed.
I'm distracted by the scars.
Nope, not a thing. You just noticed the ankle scars from the chains because it hits too close to home.
I mean, I guess story-wise, it makes sense.
that
Yeah,
tracks.
like I mean, that's where your focus would be.
So yeah,
Sorry.
Jovetta just kind of takes down a mental note of where in the clothing, like the blood stains are, and kind of the nicks and misses and everything. And after she does clean herself up, and after an appropriate amount of time that it would take her to clean everything up, she goes back downstairs.
All right.
Sorry.
So you're back downstairs. It doesn't take long for you guys to finish up eating breakfast, unless you guys have any questions for Laurel while she's having breakfast.
Rolder probably has a lot of really uncomfortable questions.
Sure.
Just like, were you taken from when you were a baby too, or did you just did those people find you later?
I was taken a few months ago from my village. It was a small place. It was called Sands End.
Are you a young human, or are you a halfling?
I'm a halfling.
Oh, okay. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 17 and a half.
Did any of your family survive?
No, they were killed in the attack.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. What about all your? Did you make any friends? Did you get to talk to the other girls?
We talked a bit, but we were discouraged from conversing too much. Most of them had stories like my own. They were living their lives in their village, and it was attacked by Cult of the Dragon members, usually with the support of a dragon.
Were most of them there when you got there, or did they get there after you got there?
2 more were added by the time I arrived. Or after I arrived, I mean.
That was like... There was 5 of you?
Yeah, there were
So
5.
You were in the middle.
Yes.
5 is a good number for an adventuring party. Maybe you guys should be an adventuring party. Were they trying to make you guys an adventuring party?
No, I don't think so.
Now, do you have any adventure skills? I'm a cleric.
I don't have any adventure skills. My family were farmers.
Is she looking uncomfortable?
She's happy to have some food, and she's a bit uncomfortable with all the questioning. She's
Well, she's gonna have to get over that.
I knew some very good adventurers that used to be farmers. But then usually it's because their family died and they started adventuring. It's a good thing to do. It's an option.
I suppose it would have been better than what happened.
Are you friends with any gods? I've been
No.
friends with lots of gods.
No, we used to worship Shantae in the village for the harvest, but
I heard she's very nice. Was she a nice god, or was she kind of mean sometimes?
she was nice, but I mean, I wished somebody would have saved us when the dragon cult attacked.
Yeah. Not everybody can get saved all the time. Things are very complicated. And sometimes it's time to die.
And Gilbetta, you make it back to the table at some point during this conversation.
I imagine I get back when Joetta's like, some people just need to die, and it's like,
Rolda, maybe you should focus on your food.
I think that's when Lila like drops her fork.
Oh yeah.
Clang, 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 clang.
I need to find someone who can make cloaks. And I turned back to Laurel again. I had a very nice cloak, but I lost it while we were fighting the dragon people. And I would like a new one, maybe a little bit different. I got these cool scales, and she pulls them out of her pocket.
Rhoda, perhaps we can find someone over at Baldur's Gate.
Oh, maybe.
Jobetta
Someone
messages
said
to
if there are
Lilith.
People
and
here that are
says,
very good at it.
You want to take her to Baldur's Gate?
Can I message back?
Yeah.
I was just answering Lilith's question.
Well, this
to
is
Rhoda. How do you want to proceed with Laurel?
we need to figure out how to.
Of Baldur's Gate.
Huh?
At the mention of Baldur's Gate,
Okay.
Laurel says, "My
Here's the
aunt."
message.
Well, no, Lilith said Baldur's Gate to.
Before.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Sorry.
I was just responding to Rhoda.
Laurel says, "I remember my father used to tell me that my aunt she had a business in Baldur's Gate."
This is suspicious.
Insight.
Oh, that's
If
very
the-
nice. What kind of business is it?
If the tree didn't say anything to me, it's just like back and forth. I'm so conflicted right now. I can't insight for shit.
That's a 15 from Gilberta.
The 12
Small
from
businesses
me.
are the backbone of any local economy.
Sounds right to you guys.
Oh, really? You got family there? How nice.
Yeah, what sort of work does she do?
She runs a stabling business outside of the city. My dad told me you're not allowed to go into Baldur's Gate with anything larger than a cat.
Why?
Oh no, Spitfire will have to stay outside.
They have laws about keeping the streets clean, so they don't like large animals within the city walls.
Do they have a stable at least for them?
Oh yes, there's a lot of stabling businesses that operate on the edges of the city.
Rolda's mind suddenly goes back to, has she ever seen the Pegasi poop?
Oh, gross, man. Really? I would think these are like off-screen
And then
things.
I think she's seen them eat.
She thinks about it, and you definitely have.
Is it like normal horse poop or is it?
Yeah, it's like normal.
Okay.
It's not rainbows.
It's not cinnamon smelling.
No.
Oh, God. And that's how Cinnamon Swirl got her name. Oh, my God. What did Jabetta get from her 15?
Sounds good to you.
Sounds good, yeah.
Oh, hers wasn't even high enough either. All right. Did you respond back
But
to
there's
the...
nothing to learn.
Says you. God, I wish I had Dispel Magic.
I know, right? So handy.
I mean, I have Dispel Life, but that's just called a sword.
Lots of people have that.
Yeah.
It's a very common spell.
Did you want to respond back to Lilith's question about how you want to proceed with the lore situation?
Jabetta just kind of, she says, we need to figure out this enchantment or break it.
Do you think there's a temple where we can do it? Not here. But are you, since I'm assuming, I'm making an assumption since Jabetta's been around, considering like her age, that maybe she knows.
Call me old.
Yeah, like, well traveled. I'm calling you well traveled. I'm making that assumption. Maybe that's not true, but I'm assuming that you're well traveled.
What do you know, old lady?
If you know of temples that's around us that you know that are cool.
Well, this place is forsaken.
The nearest temple without going to Baldur's Gate is Fort Morning Lord.
How long of a trip is that to get there?
Is that the place with all the clerics?
No, this is a different
That was-
place. This is a
That was true.
yeah. This is another
Dagger.
bastion of clerics and paladins. But these ones are all particularly of the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, let's try not to get Laurel possessed like Alicia this time.
Or like Rolda.
I'm not sure what's going on with okay.
Yeah, Rolda's probably just going on with this. Did you ever spend any time at did you know your aunt? Did you see her stables?
I only heard about her in stories. I wasn't really well traveled. It's a long way from the edge of the desert. It's a long way from the edge of the Anarok Desert all the way out to Baldur's Gate.
What's
I
his
was
name?
thinking that maybe you had seen some fun animals. Did you ever see a Pegasus before that we put you on one?
No, not before I saw your guys' Pegasus.
What's her name? Your aunt?
Oh, her name is Melinda.
Puck was ready for it. All right. Or you got used to us asking questions a lot.
I'm so ready now.
Well, he was the one who brought it up, so
Yeah.
Lockdown's got my stuff on. I'm just.
Hey.
You guys are gonna have to up your game.
Puck's got Pox got really good improv skills sometimes, man. It's just like, oof, making it
I'm
up.
gonna
spot-
I have
making
to
up
start taking notes.
Okay,
Unless our audience gets more detailed in the wiki, that'd be helpful.
All right, so Melinda. And she's also a half elf like you. Not half elf, halfling.
What?
Yeah,
Halfling.
she is. The business is called Pleasant Stay Stables.
Pleasant. I'm writing stuff down now. Pleasant Stay Stables. Okay.
Do you think that they are properly equipped to care for Pegasuses?
I mean, potentially. She did say that. Well, Father did say that she did take care of all kinds of animals.
Gebetta, are
He
you?
said he got a letter from her one time saying that she had a dinosaur there.
We have dinosaurs at home.
Are you at the table now?
What?
You're at the table now, right?
Yep.
Or no? Okay.
Yep. I'm here. Reading all my spells meticulously and
Trying to
finding
figure out which
nothing
one I
of
can
use.
cast on this young woman
Well,
to
I mean,
uproot her villainy.
Well,
I don't
maybe
think
if Miss-
she's evil, but I think that
something's up.
yeah.
There's a
Maybe if
decent
Miss
chance if we
Jobetta
take her
says
to
it's okay, we can bring you to your aunt and you can see a dinosaur.
if we take her to the morning
Fort Morning Lord.
morning lord.
Fort Morning Lord.
Fort Morning Lord.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll get these one day. If we take her to Fort Morning Lord, there's a decent chance that we might be able to actually find someone that does have a way to dispel enchantments.
So wait.
Is this
So,
happening
I
out
thought
loud?
I thought we had this conversation in message.
Yeah. I said,
Yeah.
what conversation's happening out loud and what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening out loud and what's in conversation.
All that was in message was what you and I said to each other.
So
It's not, I
Okay,
can't
so all
open
that's
a
been out loud is me jabbering at
yeah.
you.
I can't open a party line.
yeah. So okay. So do you share the fourth thing or no?
Warlocks.
Not with her sitting right
Yeah.
here. No.
Okay. So rewind.
You covertly make a gesture to get someone to get her to leave the table.
No.
um.
We're gonna keep questioning her and then talk about it later.
Yeah, Lucas, I don't know if Jobetta's quite considering you inside the circle yet.
There's still
Um,
there's still also Elturel, and that place has a whole bunch of paladins of Torm called the Order
boy.
of the Champion.
Will the serve
Alter Ale.
Elturel. Elturel.
Oh, okay. Way different than how I spelled it. Okay. I'm gonna gesture to Gebetta to. Well, not even yeah, I'll gesture, but at the same time, I'll say it out loud. Like, you mind joining me at the bar for just a quick adult drinking?
Sure.
Ms. Lilith, don't get too drunk. I hope that we can stop by a cape maker before we go. And I would like that your expert taste.
Sure. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, just like, this is a light drink. I think I can handle that one. Yeah. So going to the bar with Gebetta.
Jabetta's not actually drinking, but she'll order.
No, this,
She'll order.
Water on the rocks and the sky.
Yes. That is exactly what she does.
All right. You don't want to have any Helm Thornberry juice?
Oh, yeah, just the unfermented.
I would have had some at the table.
Okay.
For
He's
this,
just making sure we all had this so the consequences can be
yeah.
equal later when he brings them.
I'll try to have some tea that has caffeine in it since I didn't get
for sure.
full. I didn't have rust, so I'm relying on caffeine.
All right.
And
Why not the
Gebetta-
magical Red Bull that has been handed to you?
yeah.
Yeah, I could.
All right. So what do you guys talk about?
It is a soldier stimulant, though. That is kind of worrying.
I tell her, Fort Morning Lord is the closest cleric paladin area. It's possible someone there could dispel an enchantment.
Like they did with Redan.
Well, that was Laurel Silverhand did. That was a whole different. was
Still
like
a cleric.
yeah, but it was like a severing connection thing. But yes, that is the idea.
Severing a connection or whatever. If not a connection, then maybe a zone of truth spell.
If we were home, Zone of Truth is basically useless.
Well, we'll know something's up if she doesn't answer exactly why. What's
That's the
his
thing
name?
is I don't know to what extent Carmine. I don't know to what extent.
He said one last thing to her before she ran.
Yeah.
We have to be very specific. If she's quiet,
I don't know to what extent she knows. Because sometimes enchantments aren't activated until there's some sort of like code word or code for like. Specifically, she's thinking of the wild, is why she's making this connection.
There's got to be someone there at Fort. What's it called again?
Morning Lord.
Morning Lord. Okay, Fort Morning Lord. I really do need to write this stuff down. Okay.
So that's what she's saying. She's like, yeah, she says that it's possible there's someone there who can serve the connection.
Let's do it then before we.
If we were at home, we could go into the ethereal and see physically if there was any connection there.
You do have a ton of resources at home. Maybe you get somebody to look into her story.
But that would mean bringing her to the keep, which I'm
Is
not
the
okay
almighty
with.
being.
Or you could use your
ask,
sending stones to
yeah.
ask somebody to work for you.
Shit, I forgot about the sending stones.
We have sending stones. What's his name? Empty one.
Mark. Oh.
Oh. Mark? You're going to talk about Marcus Phoenix?
I mean, if there's anybody that can go figure out what's happening.
Isn't that like Kalazar or Empty One's thing? Or what's his name?
Sneakily
Cookie.
invading a town to see the story? No, it's more of a Marcus Phoenix thing.
It's true.
Covert operations is his whole bag.
Yes.
Kalazar looks for spiders in the walls. And she says she says, hold on, and she pulls out the sending stone and she taps it.
Hello?
Is it empty one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taps it like, is this thing on? Hello?
Yeah. And she says, hello, empty one. How are things
Yes.
at home?
Things are quite well here.
Good. Got a bit of a task. We were at the Boriskir Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There was a red half dragon that Lucas made a bad, and his white dragon killed like 400 people in the town. We followed him to the Forest of Worms, killed him. The dragon was long gone, and he had slaves. He had 5 slaves with him, and one of them we have found, and she has an enchantment on her.
Possibly.
No,
Oh.
she has an enchantment on her. I cast Detect Magic, and she has an enchantment on her.
Oh,
That
okay.
is-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There are some parallels between your activity and the activity of the Warlocks.
Do tell.
They too have encountered a half-dragon. They defeated him, and upon their defeat, they did encounter another small girl. She was injured. She arrived at the keep just a little while ago. We've been taking care of her wounds.
Someone needs to see if she has an enchantment on her, because I cast Detect Magic on this girl, and she has an enchantment. But I have no way to dispel it as of where we are.
I see.
Who's keeping an eye on this? Hold on. Is this like a one-way talk where it's only Jabetta and...
No, I mean, the stone is like, it's like,
Yeah, the stone makes noise.
I'm
like,
holding it between us.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are having a group call.
Okay. We're far away from the table, from the rest, right? So they don't overhear.
Oh yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
over by the bar.
Okay, just checking. Who's keeping an eye on her?
Oh, currently she's in the keep. She's being cared for by Tommy and Cookie.
Okay. Can you tell them, and this needs to be done quietly and discreetly, but they do need to be informed that the girl we have found has an enchantment on her, so they need to check and see if this girl does and remove it. Based on what we have found out, it seems like this girl was given a command by the Red Half Dragon before she escaped.
Very well. I will do what I can to see if we can remove this enchantment.
Do you
I will
know
come
where?
up with a discreet plan.
Do you know where this girl was from?
She did say that she was from a small village in the southern parts of Faerun, along the Sword Coast.
Do you know what village?
The name that I said in the Warlocks episode.
Okay, great.
That I don't have in front of me because I have my mom notes and not my Warlocks notes.
Wow, you need to up your game. What was that you said?
You're right. I was so prepared for this show. Okay.
And yeah, she says, okay. She says, and she said, do you know what color half dragon it was that the warlocks fought?
According to the girl they sent back, it was a green half dragon. His name was Jaden.
Okay. So we've got a green, a red, a blue. Oh god, okay. Perfect. I don't think I have currently a sending stone that gets me directly to the warlocks, so I will tell MT1, I will say, will you please get in touch with the warlocks and tell them what we have found as well?
Very well. I will notify them. You had a job? Or was it just the enchanting?
It's that, and if you could send someone out to, it's in my notes, where is that? Sands End? To investigate the story of the girl. She says that it doesn't need to be seeming like anything's wrong. You can say that they're there as an agent of the keep to try to track down who did this and see what happened in Sands End to see if her story matches up with what we are hearing.
Very well. Who shall I send out?
This feels like a job for Marcus Phoenix.
Something happens.
Oh god.
What?
An MT1 says, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with whom you are speaking.
What do you mean you're not familiar? Marcus Phoenix. He's
Lilith,
not-
as you go to say the name again, it's like you're rooting through the library of your mind and you go to grasp the Marcus Phoenix file and it slips through your fingers. And suddenly you don't know who that person is anymore.
So I don't have any memory of him being nude on my bed?
Nothing at all. You don't know of a person named Marcus Phoenix ever existing.
Some void fish shit.
Does Jobetta still know? Because I've only said it the once. So what?
Tell you what, Gilbetta.
Oh, fuck. All right, let me get my character sheet out.
I
Gotta
need you to
say.
make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage to see if you can hold on to this.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my god.
This is so good.
10.
Oh.
You have never heard of a Marcus Phoenix. You don't know who that is.
Okay.
You must have been thinking of someone else.
Yeah, Jobetta says that. That's literally, she says, I'm sorry. I must have been thinking of someone else. Let's see. Who could we send?
Isn't your girl good at these things?
Sharp?
Yes.
I swear to God,
is.
Sean, if you okay.
Don't go there, Sean.
Don't fucking I will quit.
I dreamed of
Everything.
how this moment would unfold for days.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, so Jabetta says, yeah, I suppose sending Sharp in would be good. I know she is probably itching to get out and get away from for a day or two.
It's true. She has been a bit of cabin fever lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send her out on the mission and let you know what she finds.
Perfect. Tell her that if she can go alone, or she can conscript anyone at the keep to go with her if she chooses.
Very well. Well,
Also tell
anything
her
else
I am
that you
thinking
require?
of her, please.
I will let her know.
Thank you. And Gilbetta kind of looks at Lilith, and she says, "Anything else you can think of?"
Not at the moment. No.
Okay. We are in Subar currently. I don't want to bring this girl back to the keep until we get this sorted out. So we will be going. It looks like we will be going to Fort Morning Lord, and trying to see if we can sever this connection.
All right.
So,
I guess we have our plan for today.
Yeah. All right, let's go get Rolda a cloak.
When you come back, I'm probably unless Lucas has stopped me, I'm still asking.
I've stopped you.
Okay.
And
I've started asking Lucas intrusive questions.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Depends
As is
what the questions
customary.
are.
Can we
you'll
just
answer.
take what the? Oh my god!
I know.
need a fucking
Marcus.
We're close up to the end. I think we can melt down at the end of the show.
Yeah, let Rhoda do her thing, and then you can lay into me about this.
Yeah,
Dude.
So how come you don't take the helmet off? Is it just because of the scars?
Pretty much.
I mean, lots of people have scars. I don't think it would look less weird than a helmet. You know, I used to wear that wig all the time, and then I realized it probably looked weirder. Once I saw lots of other kobolds, I was like, if they were wearing a wig, that would stand out a lot more than just a kobold. So,
Yeah. But sometimes my scars make people want to fight me.
ooh, do you scars magic?
Yes.
Well, maybe we can get those fixed.
We can certainly try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I know a few gods.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I want to go find a sweet cloak. So, more of that goes on. I'm sure nothing of substance is gained or divulged. And fast forward, I'm looking for a cloak. Or someone who can make a cloak out of these scales or trade these scales for a finished cloak. When we find someone, you know, I'll ask them, is there any way to make like button flap so I can have my wings stick out if I need to?
Nobody here can give you what you need, but they do direct you to El Terrell, and they direct you to a particularly talented leather worker in El Terrell. And his name is Rethgar, and it's Rethgar's Tannery.
Rethgar's Tannery in Eldorel.
He can make a cloak out of anything. As long as it's organic materials, he can put it together.
Ooh, that'd be neat. Maybe we'll find some other things to add to it. Hey, are we going to Eldorel? Mr. Gilbetta, are we going to Eldorel?
We are going to go to Fort Morning Lord.
It's right next door. So.
Oh, Eldorel?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's fantastic. It must be a sign. I think Kellenborg wants me to get a cloak.
Laurel says, and then you'll take me to my aunt at Baldur's Gate? I think she's the only family I have left.
We need to make a stop in Fort Morning Lord. I have an old friend there that I need to go and visit and apprise him of some recent situations.
Okay.
Mr. Gilbetta is very important. She has lots of important business.
Well, you did save me. Makes you guys pretty important in my book.
Mm-hmm.
There's just
Okay.
an awkwardness that's coming off of Lucas that you can't see any expression, but you can feel the awkwardness
Mr.
coming off
Lucas,
of him.
are you lactose intolerant? You look gassy. I can't see your face under the mask, but the kind of the way you're sitting.
I'm good. Plus, I don't think my thing had any milk in it.
You didn't have the cheese on your stuff?
No.
You should have. It was very good.
I bet it was, but mushrooms make me sick.
Mm. And yeah, don't eat the mushrooms.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys finish up having breakfast. Where do you go from there?
Boss.
I guess to get Rolda's cloak.
All right.
I kind of feel bad because it's been like a week and Rolda's like, what? It hasn't been that long, but
She wants this cloak real bad.
she does.
That's okay though. There are more important things.
So
All right.
We can drop it off and then pick it up after. Drop it off at the.
Well,
That's
they're
right.
right next door. I can go find someone. While
What you
guys are
need can
talking.
be found in both places.
I can go find
So-
someone while you're talking to the clerics
Yeah.
and stuff.
all right, well
So-
then I guess we'll go to there where we can get our cloak.
All right. So, you guys finish up your breakfast. Get the Pegasi out. They can travel pretty quickly. And you're able to gather them up, saddle them up. You all go through the rituals required to control these Pegasi. And you set out. And you fly off into the afternoon sun towards El Terrell and Fort Morning Lord. Just a little bit east along the river from Baldur's Gate. 4 days earlier, back at the academy.
Should I press the scary button?
You push it, if you please.
Damn it.
Everyone is having a good time. Talking, enjoying a nice meal in Cookie's Crab Shack. And in the middle of one of his boisterous stories about a bested foe and swashbuckling adventure, Marcus Phoenix fades from existence in front of everyone's eyes. And there's a moment of shock. And then everyone no longer knows who Marcus Phoenix was. And everyone goes about their business. And that's where we're ending today. All right, have at me.
Okay, hold on. Just a question. Okay, you said
I
4
love
days
this.
earlier.
This is my favorite thing ever.
When did the girl get to the keep? I need to know the answer to this.
Recently, like a day ago.
Oh, so she got there after
Yeah.
Marcus Phoenix
Marcus
disappeared
Phoenix
from
disappeared.
existence.
Yes.
Oh, I bet it's that guy from the Warlock episode that says, like, you know, things are unstable in space and time. Blah, blah,
Do
blah.
not blame Carl for this. Carl is a pure soul.
I am suspecting. I'm not blaming Carl, but I'm thinking it's related. That's my theory.
Carl is a beautiful treasure.
I
The world loves Carl.
mean,
What?
come
This
on.
is an absolute perfect example of what the puck.
It's one of these situations where you feel like whatever's causing this must just be like some ungodly abomination. But I'm sure whatever it is, you can craft it over on Hero Forge. You can combine any features and equipment and gear that you please.
Craft your own Eldritch Nightmare and deploy it on your NPCs and your player characters at your earliest convenience.
Fun thing to do too.
Like
if
Lucathor
you
coming soon.
if you can't decide what NPCs you want to have, go in there, hit random, boom, NPC.
Yeah, seriously, check it out. We started a series over on our YouTube channel called Hero Factory, where the end goal is to make all of our characters in Hero Forge, and then I download the STL files and print them off over here. And I'm actually making it like a tutorial video on how to do that too. So watch for that in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, we end up just exploring the options and making some terrifying creatures by accident.
I've been waiting for 4 episodes to drop this reveal. I've been waiting for so long.
It makes so much sense now as to why you're like,
ask about Marcus
you're like,
Phoenix.
call home. Call home.
I need one of you to either go back to the keep and notice something's wrong, and then because I've been sitting on this for a while. I couldn't be happier with the way that panned out.
Yeah, it feels like we might be getting close to a necessary crossover episode.
Yeah.
How do we save someone we don't remember?
Well, that's the thing.
You don't.
Somebody is going to have to remember.
Somebody already remembers the last one.
Wait.
What last one?
What?
What last one?
What last one indeed?
Is that a Warlocks episode thing? See, I don't watch the Warlocks.
Who knows? Hey, look, for all we know, he could be talking about Zavel because we've not mentioned him since he disappeared.
Who Redan has been looking for Philip forever.
Shit.
Yeah, Redan hasn't given
that's
up on
what you
that.
mean by the last one. Yeah, he found him.
Yeah, sort of.
I heard about that.
It was pretty oof.
But he remembered who that was. Is Redan going to somehow remember who Marcus Phoenix is? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow.
Let's find out. You're going to have to tune in. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I'm so mad.
I'm just happy to be here.
I am so satisfied that everybody in the chat is like, it was Zelos, that son of a bitch.
It's always Zelos.
It's like he gets blamed for everything.
Because he does everything.
I stubbed my toe. Damn it, Zelos, putting this furniture here and moving it when it was in the dark.
And also, I just want to say as an aside, fuck Owen Stone.
I mean, of course, fuck Owen Stone.
Fuck Owen Stone.
I hate that guy.
I need to go watch the Warlocks episode now.
God.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Please give us those follows. Support Hero Forge because they were nice enough to give us a sponsor. Check out our Patreon. We're at the lowest tier. You get some cool insider stuff that happens between shows and some one-shots. And you also get some cool trinkets and stuff from us every month. And at the mid-tier, you get to participate in surveys, which I suddenly now have more time to work on. So maybe we'll get a bit more of those out. And you also get access to our Minecraft server. And at the top tier, you get to play in a game with me once a month. And we're up to 2 of those. I'm going to split them up into 2 groups of 3. And so there's always spots available. You can get on board with that. Tune in tomorrow. Too Many Warlocks. The story continues. Maybe the Warlocks will find out who else is missing. Maybe Pen will get kidnapped by Reggie Riptire. All kinds of things.
If that happens, I'm gonna feel real bad if that happens. I'll be honest.
Oh God, we're starting to get the snowball effect.
Yep. Here's the thing about having 2 shows in the same world.
The bill comes due.
At the moment, 3 and an evil one-shot floating out there.
Yeah.
It's all coming up.
I've seen all of them. I was there for all.
Check us out.
All right, Marty.
Check us on all this stuff. Follow us on Discord if you want to get some behind-the-scenes stuff going on. Keep track of everything that's going on with the show. Also, we put stuff up on Twitter. You can follow us on YouTube. It's immaculately well-maintained at this point. And I believe that's it for today.
Unbelievable.
So until next time, class dismissed. And don't disappear.
So fun.
This is a song about Nate the Necromancer. All the ladies loved him, he was a romancer. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and a ghoul and a ghast and the vampire song. Nate got married to his goth girl wife, had 5 daughters, lived a happy, happy life. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. I won't take long, no need to be vague. Each daughter died from a tragic magic plague. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. Nate's wife said, call Pete the polymorpher. Nate said, I'll handle it. I will raise our daughters. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie, ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. The first dead daughter brought back from death came back as a skeleton, played drum set. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. Second dead daughter Nate did raise came back as a zombie, slapping the bass. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and a ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. The third dead daughter reanimated came back as a ghoul with piano highly rated. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and a ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. From the dead, gassed on guitar, she could really, really shred. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the